Before this video starts, I want to just let you guys know that we do have our own official The Hytale Podcast Discord right now. Join with the link in the pinned comment to interact with the community, ask questions to be answered on the podcast, and be the first to find out updates regarding a guest, uploads, and more. And now, enjoy the podcast. Hello everybody, welcome back to The Hytale Podcast. Chris here and I'm with Myne. He's on that side of me. I got the finger point right this time, so.
Is it this direction?
Nope.
This direction.
Yeah. There we go. What's up? So we got a pretty fun video today. Just before we actually started recording, we discovered something brand new that no one has ever talked about. This is what.
It's actually crazy. It's been over 4 years now that this image has been out.
Yeah.
No one's ever talked about it. Like,
not a single soul. Not a soul. So we're gonna talk about that. But first, if you guys are new here, you enjoy the podcast, and you want to hear more of us talking about Hytale weekly, because we do that weekly, subscribe, like, and join the Discord. That's pretty much all you got to do. Comment some comments that you guys want to comment, and anything else, Myne?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I love reading all of your comments. What you guys have to say throughout the episode gives us new feedback, gives us new questions to talk about. So I always love to see engagement with the community. Exactly. But I think we need to really head right into this image because
I think so. We discovered
the biggest thing we've had in probably weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what we did last week. This is how big this thing is. So, we were looking at the Alterverses concept art. I'm pulling up. I see it on my phone right now. It's in the podcast. So, we're looking at this Orbis picture in the Alterverses concept art. It's literally like, I don't even know. If you go on the media page, I think it's like the third or fourth concept art. Very old, like one of the OGs. So, if you look into the Orbis image where you can see Zone 3, Zone 1, Zone 4, and Zone 2 laid out in whatever way they are laid out, then you see like a sun on the top, which we assume is the sun. And then you go a little bit to the left of that, there's these little swirly things. And, you know, there's also a swirly thing under Zone 2, so maybe you're thinking like, oh, it's just design, maybe it could be wind, because, you know, Zone 2 is associated with the wind element, right? Just sort of things like that. But then my brain was going on here, I'm like, well, there's no Zone 5 or Zone 6 in this image, and we know Zone 5 to be, or we presume Zone 5 to be like floating islands or like sky things. I don't know.
And a lot to do with like thunderstorms or something like that.
Exactly. So my brain was just like, wait a minute. What if that's Zone 5? And I put it on Twitter.
So we have seen this image, I don't know how many times, dozens of times. We've analyzed this image, but I think previously the reason we never came up with it is because we just thought it was like some kind of added like flair to the image, something like to make it look more pretty, but it looks too specific, and I think we'd see it more often if that were just a regular design thing. But I think especially we're both creatives, and I know we both love making designs and designing different like thumbnails or different arts, and putting like the smallest like little details in there. Like everything matters. Everything you see, like there's something behind it, and they wouldn't just put that in there because it sticks out. There's there's like no other like swirl.
Exactly. It's not like it's not like the Numdraza planet where it's like swirls all around it, right?
Yeah.
This is there. I assume it's there on purpose, like you said, and the fact that nobody's talked about it yet is kind of crazy, because I'm sure I'm not the only one who's looked at this image like dozens of times, if not hundreds, and I'm sure other people have as well. And maybe we're not the first people to define this, but from what I know of, to my very extensive Hytale knowledge of watching videos a lot, I think we're the first.
And look, if Chris doesn't know it, I think no one knows it. This man's an encyclopedia when it comes to the game.
We gotta make a Hytale trivia on this podcast.
Yes, we definitely do. So there are theoretically 6 zones shown on Orbis. We have the 4 zones in the middle. We have Zone 5 on the very top with the swirls, and then we also have that island thing.
Yes. That
that we don't really have
island.
an explanation to. I don't think we've ever gotten it explained to it.
Yeah.
We don't have anything similar ever shown. It is just like highlands.
You
Um,
remember, like, this is back in, like, Alpha Minecraft. You know, like, the Farlands, I think it was called,
yeah,
where it's just, like, a
yeah.
big
Farlands or
line,
something.
a big, like, flat mountain or something like that. It
Yeah.
reminds me of that, sort of. But I know Hytale, I don't know if this is still a thing, where they said there's, like, you know, the regular world of Orbis with, like, the 4 zones, and then you go, like, across the ocean or lake or something, and then it's just, like, procedurally generated lands. I don't know if it's hinting towards that, but it's a possibility, right?
Or that could be what Zone 6 is. Because do we have any hints to what Zone 6 could be? 'Cause we know
Well,
Zone
we
5
have like clouds, but that could be void. Like we have that image that was in the background of like Hytale with like the green flowing lava looking goop. But
Right. So I'm
that's
looking at it
about
right
it.
now. Zone 5 is definitely like a something to do with electricity and storms, and that is definitely that swirl at the top,
It has
like
to be.
without a doubt. And then Zone 6, it has a bunch of like different lights. It has like a yellow, it has a blue, and it has like a pink. And I don't
Yes.
see that. I don't see that in the Highlands,
No.
like the Highland emit like island, and so that's interesting.
Yeah,
'Cause
and you know what all those colors have in common? The void element. And we know that every single zone is what we assume is like represented by an element. Like zone 1,
I think
earth.
I'm wrong. Does the void not also have green?
It does have green, but I guess you could portray that like yellowish as a green. I guess a little bit maybe, but like there's certainly purple in there, and purple is the color of void. But
What
also,
if
could be varied.
what if that's the ocean and that's like the underground? Because you see that like color theme spectrum a lot when you're talking about like underwater scenes.
Mm-hmm.
The yellow could be like those angler fish with the lights, the blue, the purples, like jellyfishes,
Those man o' wars,
like
the
going
kraken.
algae.
The kraken's like
Kraken is
orangish purple, yeah.
in that color space.
Mm-hmm.
What if Zone 6 is just the ocean?
I mean, I
Or and
wouldn't put that past me.
ocean type water.
Like that area.
Area.
Yeah, that would be really cool actually. Like most people probably assume Zone 6 is like a dead, void, Varen themed void
Yeah.
dragon zone. Like that's just like the most popular theory. But we don't know if that's actually right or not. So I'd be okay. I mean, I think it'd be really cool if Zone 6 was the ocean. But then again, like we were saying before, each zone is represented by an element. So like, you know, water is the Zone 3, Zone 2 is Earth, Zone 2 is Wind, Zone 1 is Earth, and then Zone 4 is Fire. We assume Zone 5 to be Lightning. So I don't know how Void and Water would really mix, like Void and Ocean. But, I mean,
Right.
it's far-fetched, but it's possible.
Right. Yeah, I'm just trying to spitball some ideas because
Mm-hmm.
the Orbis art exists. I really want to know what that Highland Island is, and I think the theory of like the generating lands or like some outlands, highlands, could be cool. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
think it's Zone 6.
Wouldn't it be really funny if the Sky Islands were called the Highlands, HY? I think that would be hilarious.
I don't know if I would like that, to be honest. Would I?
We got to get some light shut on this situation, Sciolito. Let us know if you think they're called the Highlands.
I don't think she has the permission to be able to say that.
I'm sure she doesn't. But she did have
Um,
a charity stream today, so congratulations, good job. I wish I was there, but I was working. I would have popped in.
I really hope that Hytale does not make anything with the word high, just have a HY
High
and make
coins.
that fun for like the entirety of the game.
The High Quebec.
I actually hope. Yeah. I mean, they could really lean into it, and then like every event has like a high in it or like something.
The High Venture. Some of the stupid things like that. That would be kind of funny. And
High Venture sounds like one of those like
I'm gonna say it's a server.
servers
Yeah.
that were like created when the trailer was announced. Like, oh my god, we are starting High Venture, you know?
I was gonna say like the amount of like high themed servers there's gonna be like Hytoberfest and all these stupid names. like imagine.
Oh, that's the one for me.
Hytale. I was thinking of the sausage, like Oktoberfest
Where does
sausage.
that come from? What?
I don't know. Like, I could have thought of so many other things, but Hytoberfest, first thing that comes to mind. So you think, like, when October comes out, people are gonna be like, oh, it's Hytober, it's spooky season. Yeah.
I think I'm obligated to make Hytoberfest or something.
Let's make a
Make
server.
the community proud.
That's perfect.
Fun fact, the second most viewers from a country is actually from Germany. So it goes from United States to Germany, and then like United Kingdom or Canada.
Our watchers from the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
From our watchers and like my channel viewers too.
I think
my
mine's the
personal.
States as well. And then I think Canada's second, and then it's probably UK, maybe then Germany after.
Yeah, but it's crazy that how much German support we have.
There's a lot
from
of
my channel
of
and
Brazilian support too, like the
this
ones who are
one, yeah.
multilingual, which is cool. But
Yeah,
then
definitely.
they got Hytale Brazil, like they got the whole Portuguese community over
Hytale
there.
Brazil is huge.
I respect Hytale Brazil's dedication.
I really hope we can collaborate with a lot of the different countries once the game comes out, because I know Hytale France is also a really big.
They are big.
community
Hytale
over there.
Italia, my Italian brethrens. And
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I think there's other ones. There's probably like Hytale Switzerland and all those type of things. But
Yeah, there's a Germany one, but that one's been pretty dead. I'm gonna be
Hytale,
honest.
we got a Hytale Australia.
Hytale Australia.
Hmm.
I don't know if any English-speaking countries would have it like a different Hytale, because it would
Yeah.
just be in the English community. So
Yeah, well,
it's
I'm
like
I'm gonna make Hytale Canada. So
Hytale Canada.
yeah, Hytale Canada.
What would be the difference between Hytale Canada and just Hytale?
We speak with A after every sentence.
Mythbuster right now. Do you guys say A?
No, actually, I don't. But you go up to like BC and New Brunswick, and they're like, they got the full Canadian accent out there. Like it's great.
So there is a part of Canada that does.
Oh,
do,
yeah.
the whole stereotype A. So it
Oh,
does
for
come
sure.
from somewhere.
There, it does come from somewhere. It's like the Newfoundland accent, and yeah, I could tell there's a
there.
difference. Like I could tell. Like I think I just sound like somebody from New York, but yeah, it's pretty close.
I wouldn't say New York, but you sound pretty American.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. But I could do a Canadian accent if I need to.
Yeah, I have a friend in. Well, this is getting off topic. Hytale, anyway.
Oh, hi, to friend. No way.
Yeah, zones. So zone 6 is a mystery. The ocean. I
It's-
really want to be correct with this, because this is like such a. It's pretty far fetched.
Mhm.
But I don't know. Like the colors, it could match. We also have the different planets, and I know the discussion goes around of like, are the planets gonna be on release?
Yeah, I've heard that discussion a bit. I really want to say yes. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like that's like massive. And if the planets have something to do with like the full like adventure mode story, then yes, they will be upon release. Or else like then there won't be a story. But if they're not part of the full like actual adventure mode of the game, I can honestly see them just being like future major updates down the line. And if that actually is the case, then that like will keep players enticed and keep making them come back for who knows how long it'll take them to develop, like maybe like a year per planet. That would be really cool. And then you got Numdrazzle, you got Nexus, you got Torballen, and then you got Karpak or Kapark.
Still the coolest name. I love Torballen.
Torballen.
They could not have made a cooler name.
Torballen. So like you got 5 planets there. I mean, I assume Numdrazzle has something to do with the main lore, as we can see like I think the Temple of Gaia on it. But then the other 3, if they even release one of those 3 a year, like, and including the main game, that's basically like 4 years of just straight good content right there after release. But for me, I personally want to see them like upon release, just so there's so much to do.
I kind of like the idea of waiting.
I do too. I do
Because
too.
like Hytale has trained us.
Yeah,
We are like
we're really good at
social
it.
experiments. We've been waiting for this game for 4 years now, so we've kind of like gotten this dopamine hit for every 6 months now. We get like this tiny bit of like, hey, here we are.
Happy
And we get so
Happy
excited.
Christmas.
And so they're like training us to be like, okay, we're gonna give you the game now, and in a year we give you this huge update, and we're gonna be like, oh my god, this is crazy.
This is Torballin, dude. Yeah.
Torballin release is gonna be the craziest release.
Oh,
I'm telling
I
you
know.
already.
It's gonna be awesome. I love Torballin. Probably one of my favorites.
They even like made the color scheme like a basketball. Like you can't, it can't be better than that.
Yeah, and like it has grooves in it too, also like a basketball. Like it's Torballin.
You can't tell me that's not intentional.
If there's not like a basketball or something like maybe like a big rock throwing animal on that planet, then it's like they're doing it wrong. They can literally call it the Torballin boy or whatever. I don't know.
Torball. You're getting creative today, Chris.
No, I know.
I'm gonna give you that one.
I should be on the Hytale's creative team. Anywho.
So I think, like you said, if any planet is to come with the release, it's gonna be Orbis. You thought I was gonna say Numdrazzle. It's gonna be Orbis, obviously.
Well,
we need Orbis.
yes.
Then Numdrazzle.
I'd say then Nexus. It seems like same colors of Zone 6.
Yeah, I think, it's obviously Numdrazzle, then Nexus. And then, I don't know, between Torballin and Karpak, because they both just have nothing. Like, they give us nothing of information. The color scheme, even the planet's, like, texture or, like, materials doesn't really make sense, because Karpak's like a gas giant. It looks like it has mountains on it.
It does. It also looks like it has two suns, like Tatooine in Star Wars, which
Those
is really
are either
cool.
suns or moons.
It could be moons, yeah, it could be moons, but we don't see a moon for Orbis,
has,
and we know there's a moon.
On the ocean on the bottom, so Karpak is going to be a huge update if it does become an update.
Actually, let me take. There is one Hytale screenshot or concept art. I gotta pull this thing up real quick. I'll send it to you on Discord. And there is one image that has the same theme as Karpak. I gotta find it. Hold on. This is like.
No way.
No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I'm on the blog post page. Can you tell I look at that a lot? Media. Let's go to the concept art. It's like one of the last concept arts. Not
All
that
right, I'm
one.
gonna stall then.
Yeah. Okay, I found it.
You found it?
I found it. So this one, it's the bottom right. We'll put it on screen for you guys. There is like a sort of mushroom-looking concept art. It also could be Zone 2 because there's a prefab behind there that does look like a Zone 2 looking prefab. But
this is the one concept art image I think I've never seen.
Mine. I made a.
No, because in my Smasher Pat's video, I saw that guy and I'm like,
The fawn.
what is that? I have never seen you before.
Yeah.
So
like,
I think I've just never seen this concept art before.
yeah, and it sort of looks like.
Wait, I've never seen this before.
Like, it sort of looks like a mix between the Oasis Zone 2 biome mixed with, like, the underground of Zone 4 mixed with Karpak. And also, I don't know how old this is. This could just be, like, a very early drawing of Zone 2.
Like, the most beginning sketches, especially the top right one.
Oh, for sure.
The top right looks like that's when they were, like, pitching Hytale to the team.
Yeah, so that's literally, like, the only close thing we have to it, which I think is still really cool. But
what does that middle top one say? Goblin blank?
It says Goblin in Human Ruins.
That's
and
ominous.
then the middle one says Goblin in Caves, which we have seen Goblin Caves already, you know, like Duke's Lair and stuff, so they've updated that clearly. But yeah, this is very early, but this is all we have right now.
Okay, that image is most definitely Karpak.
You think?
Like,
I think
without a
so.
doubt.
I have to agree with that. Like, I think it is. But if it's not, then they changed Zone 2 a lot, didn't they?
I mean, unless, like, the next blog post shows us Zone 2 with, like, similar-ish vibes, and then we're like, okay, this is what the concept art turned into, and it's, like, a biome in Zone 2.
Exactly. Like, don't they just look like sort of, like, mushroomish swamp trees? Like, that's what I see from that. But then that looks the exact same color scheme as Karpak.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely.
And also, what do you think that, like, glowing blue stuff at the bottom is? Like, water? It's kind of light blue for water.
Which
no?
one? Yeah. It looks like to be an ocean-ish. That's my guess. It has, like, maybe some peninsula
it's like
there.
kind of glowing. Like, what's in there? Like some sort of bioluminescent things, radioactive things. I don't know.
Would be very interesting. Also, the fact that the like oceans are at the bottom and the mountains are at the top.
That's true. That's really cool.
I think Carpack's a super interesting one.
Like you said, it does look like a gas giant just by the way that big swirl
Yeah.
is going on it. That's so cool.
Yeah, it looks like it's surrounded by gas, and then like once you're in the thing, it's like just
So
kind of lusty.
it's kind of like what's the gas like Uranus? Is that the gas giant planet in our solar system? Is it Uranus?
Isn't it Jupiter?
Jupiter. What the hell is Jupiter? It's Jupiter. I think they're both gas giants. I don't know, but I know Uranus for sure. There's Saturn. Oh, maybe Neptune. Yeah, look that up real quick. We're doing science on this podcast today.
Yeah, I think Jupiter's the gas giant.
Well, I know Jupiter's the giant, like the biggest planet, but maybe they could all be. I don't know. I'm not very. I used to like space.
Okay, it's Jupiter and Saturn.
Okay. I swear Uranus was the gassy planet though. Because it sounds like butt, but.
Uranus, I think. No, isn't that the water one? No, that's Neptune.
No, I think pretty sure. I don't know. Either way, still really cool. It reminds me of some planet in our solar system. But let's take a look at Torballen because we all like Torballen.
A page of Uranus right now.
Nice.
Continue. I'm gonna read through.
Yeah, so Torballen, it looks like it's very hot and dry and dead, and it's breaking apart as it is right now. It seems like something happened in the core of the planet or the Alterverse that just is causing it to how self-destruct from like the inside. You can see a piece breaking off in the bottom right of it, and even like top right, top left. Like there's pieces breaking off this planet, and I assume probably as Hytale players, our job is probably figure out why that's happening. But
or maybe stop the planet from falling apart.
Precisely, exactly. Stop the planet. Never know. It is on the. It is connected to the dark side of Numdrazzle and Karpak, so maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe it's not in very stable conditions, but I don't know. Would you think the all the Alterverses they feed off each other because you know how there's that big line connecting them all?
Yeah, I wonder what that is. It may be like a connection.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe that's how you travel between the planets.
That's what I was thinking.
From Orbis to Karpak or Torballen, you have to go from Orbis to one of the bottom ones. And then
I was thinking that, like, sort of like a little fast travel, like time warp type thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, is this the linear progression of Hytale? You go Orbis, you go Numdrazzle, you go Torballen, Karpak, Nexus.
It wouldn't be linear because you have two different.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
You could go either way. So
yeah, there's no arrows.
Like, the option, like you choose Gaia or you choose Varen. And you go to Numdrazzle, you go to Nexus.
That's true. You could, and you also see on the bottom of Orbis, you see how bottom right there is slight purple fade. It seems like Nexus is sort of taken over. I don't know if you can you see that in the image?
Yeah, I see it.
I don't know if it's just like reflection off the Nexus, but that seems quite too precise to not be a coincidence there as well. So I assume it just maybe Varen's from the Nexus, and then Varen's like, oh, Orbis is a cool planet to take over, so maybe he's starting to take over Orbis.
It could be just like a reflection, just make lighting look better.
It could, you never know.
But I think we can't discredit it because of the fact that I said earlier in the podcast, like artists do things on purpose. Like whoever drew this concept art definitely looked at Orbis hundreds of thousands of times, and they would have seen that purple. And if they didn't like that purple or they didn't want that purple there, they would have gotten rid of it.
100%.
So that purple's there for a reason. So it's either there because it has meaning, or because it's an aesthetic choice. I'm leaning more towards the aesthetic choice just because it makes a bit more sense.
See, I'm leaning towards meaning.
Because I think you're leaning towards the meaning one, right?
Exactly. I'm a big lore guy. I can't wait to discover the lore of the game. And like another thing that also like sort of proves that, if you look at Numdrazzle, it's like 3/4 white and then like 2/4, or it's like half and half, white and black. So like that's clearly a meaning choice. Like they want us to think that like, oh, why is Numdrazzle like half white on the top and then half, dark on the other side? So, I mean, that's clearly there for a reason as well. I assume Torballen's... Sorry?
Maybe Numdrazzle is being corrupted, and we have to, like, stop it before it consumes the top.
Oh, I 100% think that's what it is. But, like, black isn't really the corruption color, unless it's a very dark purple, because we know purple is more of the corruption color. But I think it's black. It looks black to me.
It looks like a bluish purple.
Hmm.
Like at the very top of it, the bottom is like completely black.
Let
like,
me turn my brightness on my phone up all the way.
You see, like a.
I could get
like
behind that.
Right.
I could get behind that, but also like
It's similar to the Nexus colors.
similar, but it's definitely a lot darker.
No. Oh my god, it is Nexus. It is Nexus because you see, if you look really close, it has like those lines that you see in on Nexus, like those like highlight lines. You see on the shadow of Numdrazzle.
I do see that. And do those lines like make the Varen symbols by any chance? If you could pull up the iconography, are they Varen symbols or are they just lines? They look familiar. Maybe we're reaching at straws here, but I love.
No, I actually genuinely think we're onto something because that looks like Nexus is taking over Numdrazzle.
Yeah, that's really cool. I really like that.
Has anyone found that detail either?
I don't think so. If anything, people have seen.
First discoveries just like today, multiple of them.
Hey, what can I say? This is the Hytale podcast for a reason.
That's why you are listening to the Hytale podcast.
Exactly.
What can I say?
Just
we get stuff done.
Subscribe. Honestly, like I don't know, just do it at this point. Yeah, we've done a lot of theory talking right now, which is really cool. I do really like theory talking. But I do want to put out one more thing here in terms of the theory talking. So if you take a look at the Nexus planet, okay? You see in the bottom right, there is 3 holes, sort of looks like a bowling ball. And you see how it's sort of green around there. Does that not just like scream sort of like where an asteroid or meteor hit? And maybe that's where Varen has come from and absolutely corrupted the hell out of Nexus. And then that's the reason we have to stop him, because he's maybe Nexus, maybe it's not like originally not a bad planet, but with Varen there, he completely killed it.
Corrupted Nexus?
Yes, that's exactly what I think it is.
Okay.
What do you think of that theory? No backing besides the fact that they look like meteor craters. That's it.
I mean, they are meteor craters.
They have
what
to
else
be.
could they be? The question is, so Varen would just be someone,
Like a foreign
like
alien?
an alien out of space that came in through like an asteroid,
I guess.
Nexus, and then was like, I'm feeling kind of evil today. I'm gonna take over the planet.
You ever heard of Galactus or Thanos? You know, he's got maybe those type of motives. Maybe not like wiping out half the population motives, but I mean, it's possible. I'm sure. I mean, we've already seen Hytale, like they have connections with like League of Legends and all those sort of things. So maybe they could take inspiration from. I've never played League of Legends, but they could take inspiration for them. Which then, what would stop them from taking inspiration from like Marvel or Star Wars or any other big franchise like that?
Probably.
Well, yeah, of course, copyright, but I'm sure.
I don't think they're gonna add Thanos into Hytale.
No, of course not. Of course not.
A collab.
Yeah, but I mean, there's always inspiration to be taken from.
True.
All right, what's next on our topic list before we just discover the whole lore of Hytale?
We actually have just discovered the entirety of Hytale.
Yeah,
which is
our bad.
Easy to think about.
Yeah, oops. So, types of mobs we can find in the different planets. So yeah, back to the planets.
Let's get off the planets. Okay, let's get back.
Let's back onto them. All right, let's do this quick because I mean it's kind of hard to assume what type of mobs will be on these different life form planets.
Question. I think Orvis is gonna have most of everything we've seen. Obviously, I think that's a dumb answer.
Yes.
Nexus, anything void related. Also, the easy answer.
Whoa, like void spawns, void dragon, void eyes.
Void dragon, Baron.
Oh, the Baron.
The Numdrazzle will have. You say it.
The golem.
The golem. There
Yes,
you go.
sir. The golem.
And
maybe Quebecs, apparently.
Well, no, we bring Quebecs to there.
Ah, yes, right. That is a.
Quebec or on Orbis, we bring them to Numdrazzle.
Yeah. And there, you know how to get to Numdrazzle? A portal that we found in Zone 1, or Zone 2, or Zone 3, or Zone 4. Maybe not Zone 4.
Yes.
Alright, now for the cool planets. Torballen. What can we find in Torballen? Like the Ember Wolf, maybe? possibly.
No. Any mob we've seen is definitely, or like, yeah. I think anything we've seen is part of Orbis. I
Okay.
think if it's Torballen,
Well, obviously the Torbalians, like the main race on the planet.
the Torballians, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
the ones that are shooting free throws.
Oh yeah, they have some heated basketball games there.
Yeah.
Yeah. They call it ball and ball.
So
That'd be really
yeah,
cool.
I could see a bunch of rock golems.
Or maybe
Rock
nothing. The
stuff,
planet looks kind of
lots
dead.
of rock.
Planet looks kind of dead, right?
Um, maybe like I don't know why I'm thinking like bats, but that'd be really annoying. I
was
don't like
thinking-
fighting bats in like any video game.
Yeah, they're annoying. I was thinking
so
some like
don't-
invertebrate animals, like ones that don't have a spine. Maybe like some
Like
sort
bugs?
of like octopuses or something. Octopi, octopi. I don't know what you call them.
Like land octopus.
Yeah, why not? Like I mean snails. Maybe those fire snails. Maybe they're just chilling.
Okay. I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see it being like yeah, like exoskeletons.
That'd be
Maybe like
creepy as
just
heck.
a bunch of exoskeleton animals live there.
Yeah, remember those like void fish that we've seen in those images? Like maybe something around those lines. That would
Yeah.
be really cool.
Well, you said void. There's a different planet with void stuff.
Yes, of
and
course,
I'm
of
getting
course. I
into
said
that right now.
around those lines. Around
Next,
those
I
lines.
think we can easily skip anything void related.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool one. And then there's Carpack. I think this is probably the most interesting one because we don't really know.
So because of that concept art, I want to say like mushroom enemies. I
Like-
think that'd be cool.
Like Toad from Mario Kart.
Mm, yes, but like the brown.
Yeah, like brown toads.
Okay, hold on. That could be clipped out of context. The like
Yellowish. Yeah. Like
I don't know
fungi?
what that
How about just say fungi? Fungi.
fungi. What is that color?
Piss yellow? I don't know. Like
Yellow, yeah.
Yeah.
A yellow mushroom enemy.
That's it.
Um,
Only one. The only thing on there. Maybe some sort of
Well, I
like
think
swampish
I
features
think
like
that is what brown
slugs.
mushrooms usually look like. Hold on, I'm gonna Google this.
Like I was thinking maybe like more like sluggish creatures, like giant slugs maybe.
Yes, slugs.
I think that'll be really cool on there. Maybe in the mountains, some weird goat or something.
Okay,
I
I look
don't know.
up brown mushroom enemies and it comes up with a Goomba. That is not at all what I'm looking for.
The
Okay,
Goombas, imagine if Goombas are
I got like a concept art. I don't know where I got this from, so I
Mm-hmm.
don't think can put this on the podcast because we don't have credit for it. But
All right,
like,
I'll just look at the picture. Let's see.
you know, brown mushrooms, but like
Yeah, just like
yeah,
a whole different looking ones. Like every mushroom's different, things like that.
one has a really tall head, one's really fat.
Yeah, I could clearly see something like that. Once again, it's very hard to speculate on these things. I just wanted to throw it out there while we were talking about the Alterverses to
then
get
gas
people's brains going. Oh,
like
right,
Ghastly,
Ooh.
Ghastly from Pokemon, something like that, or like a Gengar. Imagine a
Yeah,
Gengar
Gengar, that'd be sick, dude.
in Hytale. That'd be amazing.
That would be so awesome. And who knows, maybe in the little waters of that zone, or not zone, of the Carpack, like there's something crazy and there's some glowy, like, shark or something. That'd be really cool. Glow squids. Taking those from Minecraft now. But yeah, just things like that that sort of fit the theme of the Alterverse, I think would be really cool. And who knows? If it's a DLC, then I would not be surprised if we get like a whole bunch of stuff.
I
Alright.
agree.
Next up, we have... Oh, this is actually... We're getting off the planets now. We have Hytale projects in progress. I think this was brought up in the Hytale podcast question section, I think it was, in our Discord. Or maybe we were just talking about this. I don't know. I heard about it before, and I'm like, oh, that could be a good idea.
Okay.
So by
Hytale-
this, I mean like maybe future servers that people are going to be running, or future just big plans that maybe some notable or just maybe not even as notable people in the Hytale community have that haven't died yet, but they're on like hiatus. So obviously the first one, Blockshot.
Blockshot?
Yeah.
Is that what you were gonna say?
I was going to say Blockshot, yes.
Okay.
Probably the biggest one right now, led by 30 Virus and a bunch of guys. I think
and Chaos.
And
I think
Chaos.
he's also top dog. over
Chaos? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Chaos.
are you voice actor on there? Because I am a voice actor. I haven't done any
Yeah,
voice
I'm also a
acting.
voice actor on there.
Heck yeah. So, spoiler alert, there's going to be voice acting in Blockshot, but they have a lot of cool things that they're going on there. I don't know how much we can say, but there's a lot of cool things for Blockshot. So I just wanted to shout them out because it could revolutionize some sort of
Yeah, and
game.
for those of you who don't know what Blockshot is, the
Mm.
idea is to add like a bunch of first-person style games into Hytale. So think of like the original Call of Duties, like when it was good.
Like Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, just team deathmatch, capture the flag, and all that stuff. But they're also looking to have like a more of a survival mode, similar more to Fallout. That's the game that
That's the lore part, right? Like the
30
one that we
yeah,
could be voice
the lore
acting
one.
for.
Yeah, I know 30 Virus always mentioned. I think it was Fallout New Vegas that
That's one
he
of his
kept
favorite games.
referencing
I think it is.
video. So similar to that, if you know that game,
Mhm.
that's kind of what Blockshot is aiming to do, and we may or may not have a role in it eventually. So
Yeah,
look
cool.
forward to that.
And honestly, the staff team is like really, really cool for Blockshot. Like I met a lot of people through that are still in the Hytale community. So
Oh, yeah.
like, and most of them are. They're just like not really talking that much. Like, but a few guys part of it are like still part of High Circle. They're bopping around. So it's really cool to see. Like I really enjoy it. There's another one. I forget. Oh, this I know EXO and maybe I think Lee. I think it is. EXO, I know for sure wants to make a sort of like dragon adventure-ish type server or something like that. Something to do with
Something about
dragons.
dragons. That's all I know.
Something about dragon. He likes dragons. Like he's preferably like a green dragon type of guy. I'm more of like a red/yellow dragon type of guy. But I know EXO wants to make like a dragon server, so I'll probably pop on that. Looks really cool. I like dragons, so yeah. You have any other ones, Myne? Any? Because I'm just gonna look through the discords that I'm in. What's up?
You're making one.
I am making one. You're right. I forgot about mine. I do want to make a One Piece Hytale server. Just basically One Piece in Hytale because I like One Piece. It'll be really cool. We got a pretty cool team so far. Mine's got the God role, God D Myne. Oh, I'm gonna call you God D Myne. Now, you've never watched One Piece, but if you have watched One Piece, then you would know.
I think I understand that reference.
Do you? Like God D Usopp? Do you remember that?
I do not understand that reference.
Okay, you don't understand that
Thought I
reference? Okay, well, next. Maybe you will one day if you actually watch One Piece.
Well, I thought it was because Monkey D. Luffy.
Yes.
I thought that's where the D came
There's
from.
a thing like the Will of D is like some really overpowered thing apparently in One Piece. I'm just getting to the lore of that right now. But like if you got D in your name, then you're like really overpowered.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So like people call Usopp, he's like one of the weakest characters. God. Well, because there was one thing where they called him God Usopp because he saved everybody because he passed out. But now, yeah. I won't spoil it. I don't want to spoil it because like it's really good. So other things. There is obviously our podcast. There is the Highcast podcast, the Talking Hytale podcast. I think that's about it.
No, Hytale talking pod. Word. Talking Hytale is gonna come back. I'm gonna be honest. That man has been AWOL for a while now.
Yeah, they might not come back, but you know what? The spirit lives on in the Hytale podcast.
What are some other projects? Hytale Spins.
Of course.
Always keep the fort down.
Yeah,
Appreciate
I love
that
Hytale
folder.
Spins. There is also Highgate is a Discord server that I'm in. I just want to shout them out. I think they're gonna make a server probably. There's another one. Wait, I gotta find this. There is the Eagles of Orbis. They're always popping around. And I'm in their Discord, so they seem like cool
These
guys.
are all new to me, so you keep spitballing.
Yeah, there is another. I think it's gonna be a multiplayer server called Hyverse. I haven't. When was the last time someone spoke in this? This was okay, like last year March. But you know, I mean, still relevant. Still relevant. There's 1G1S, which is a play on of 2B2T. They want to be like the oldest anarchy server in Hytale. There is.
I'm gonna be just really brutal right now. That it's gonna flop. I'm sorry.
Oof! Don't do them like that, Myne.
I'm being brutal to you right now. Like no hard feelings. I don't know who you are or like what your intentions are, and I hope the best for you. I wish nothing but success, but I don't think any server like really trying to be the next 2B2T is gonna work. I don't think so.
Yeah, there's
That's
another one.
take.
Another one called High Trade. I don't know anything about it, but I'm in that Discord. Another one called Prime Tail. Don't know anything about that one. I'm in their Discord.
That's a bad name now with the Logan Paul drink out.
Oh, you're right. There's one. This is actually run by Oncity, the Hytale News owner, called Highforge. I don't know what that is.
I've heard that name before.
Highforge. It sounds familiar.
They were that was like a concept, but they're not doing that anymore.
Okay.
It was like a limited time thing.
That makes sense. There's a thing called Hylumix. It says a Hytale server. I don't really know what that is. There is.
Lumix. That's a camera company.
Is it? Hylumix. Weird. I'm just naming off all these project discords that I'm in. High Tavern.
I've heard of that.
High Tavern. It seems familiar. Yeah. High Tavern. There's Planet Hytale, which was quite big back in the day. They haven't really done anything recently. The last message was in 2021, but I think it's run by Is it Oil Pulse? He's an owner. Yeah, Oil Pulse is the owner. I've heard of this guy, so that's really cool.
I believe he's in Blockshot or Highcast.
I think it's Blockshot. And then I think the last one I'm in is called Hypelands Network. Once again, don't really know much about it, but I do like keeping tabs on these sort of things because there's going to be a lot of servers that come out. So shout out to all you guys.
And if you listening are still listening, first of all, thank you so much for making it this far. We still have a few more questions left. What are you planning to do with Hytale? Are you looking to make a server? Do you want to make any projects? Is it YouTube based? Is it social media based like TikTok or Twitter, even or Reddit idea? I don't know.
Maybe.
Let us know down in the comments. Let me see how you guys are looking to engage with the community once the game comes out.
Yeah, there's one more thing that I forgot to mention. Do you remember? I forget who's the owner of it, but they make these Hytale trading cards. I'm sure you've seen them on Twitter. I completely forget the name, but I don't think I'm in their Discord. But I know they have plans of doing a server, and I think it's by Hazmat or something. I forget the guy's name.
Hytale trading cards.
Yeah, I swear I've seen Hytale trading cards on Twitter. And I want to give them a shout out because I think they're still popping around, which is really cool considering most people have sort of fallen off or just sort of left pretty much.
I will say I have not seen these, or I may have seen these, but I don't know what you're talking about. And looking at Hytale trading cards just on Google doesn't bring up anything. So unfortunately the SEO for that is not there.
It's not there, but I forget the name. It might be High Void. I can't really remember, but I can't find it. Either way, I shout out to you. I've looked at them. I was really considering actually buying a set, but I didn't. So, yeah.
Oh, is it actual playing cards, 52?
Yeah. No, not playing cards. I think they're I think it has something. Maybe it's sort of more like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I think. I don't know. I don't remember looking at them that much, but I just wanted them because they looked cool. So.
Yo, imagine how cool a full playing card set of Hytale would be.
It would be dope.
Where it's King would be Baron, Queen would be Gaia.
Ooh,
Joker would be. Who would be Joker?
I don't know. The undead chicken or something. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be sick. I would immediately buy one.
I would instantly buy one. And I saw if I looked up Hytale cards on Twitter, there actually are some concept arts of that. Just only Hytale cards. There's an image of it. I was just looking at it. Hytale cards. Here, I'll send it in the Discord. They have Varen as the.
I see that
Varen is king. The Emperor.
Oh, it's called. I see the Hytale trading cards.
Oh, what are they called?
I sent you that. This is a repost.
Yes, Skylands. Is that what it is? No, Stolen Tale. That's the name. I think it is Stolen Tale. Stolen Dale.
This is from 2019.
Stolen Dale Network, I think it's called. Yep, I follow them on Twitter.
Oh, I do follow them, so I guess I do know about them.
Yeah, come on, Myne. Pay attention, buddy.
I'm bad with names.
Still, I just thought this was so cool back in the day when they were hyping this up a little bit. And I almost bought their cards. They have a website, actually. Go check out stolendale.com. I'll leave it in the description, actually, because it's really cool. And I don't know if they're watching this at all, but...
There's some really good art here.
It is. But, you can see they have videos. Legacy Gaming actually bought Stolen Dale cards, I think it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Stolen Dale Discord kits. Cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Stolen Dale.
Legacy Gaming supporting the community like that.
Yeah. If you wanna send it to us on the podcast, open them live. We will do that. I think that'll be dope.
Although I don't know how active they are since that image is from 2019.
Either way, I am going to send the owner a DM, see what we can get going. So, what is next on the topic list here? I think we're on listener questions now, aren't we?
What's the recording time at?
We're at 45 minutes exactly.
Just a few listener questions, then let's go.
Let's go. I love listener questions.
So, let me stall real quick so I can read where the next one starts.
Sorry, I was drinking water. And if you guys didn't know, water is the element for Zone 3. It is currently blue.
Okay, so Dusty Porcupine.
That's a sick name.
That has to come from a random name generator, but I actually really fuck with that name. Dusty Porcupine says, I was wondering how they will handle updates after launch because progression seems like it goes through the 6 zones, but how will they add onto that after it's all done?
Yeah, well, we just talked about this in the podcast. They're clearly gonna, do the other planets like Tor Ballin and Karpak, maybe Nexus, year after year, or even 6 months every 6 months. I don't know. That could be a way of doing it, but then again, like Hytale has pretty much no limitations, so they can basically add whatever they want. Maybe on top of those like Tor Ballin planets, they can add some other Ballin planets, and then go from there.
So I think those would be major updates, but I really hope Hytale does not just do one gameplay update per year. I hope they do it seasonally, where they have like a spring update, a summer. I think that could be good. Like
that'd be cool. Like add like maybe 2 or 3 mobs or something like that.
3 months. Yeah, we get like some kind of update to the game. I think that's like enough time to develop new things, but also be able to keep the game fresh.
Of course. So like, what do you think? Like one mob per update, maybe like that, because that over time that'll build up.
Yeah. So I think the game is just gonna gradually add more stuff, and I think it's gonna have a similar update cycle, or like not cycle. That's not the right word, but like process similar to Minecraft. Not what it is like today, because today Minecraft updates suck because they add one new tree and call it a day for a year. Mm-hmm. But like what
they
it was
really
back
do,
in the
don't
day.
they? They really do. One tree, yeah, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's a pink tree! Holy cow!" Right? So
I could see them adding new mobs. I could see them adding new structures, because we know that's a huge element to the world building. Mm-hmm. Is having what was the number? Do you remember? It's
7,000. 7,000.
7,000
but
structures.
That includes trees and bushes and stuff.
It includes trees, and I think that's like a major part of it. I think there's like 3,000 trees. That's my guess.
There's a lot. There certainly is a lot of trees, bush, flowers, things like that.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that count under that umbrella of 7,000. So you're not going to see like 7,000 different types of castles or camps. Sorry to break your heart like that. But they definitely can do that in future updates, is add like different truck camp variations, or like new underground Scarrick nests or something like that. Stuff to keep the game more interesting like that. Mm-hmm. They can also add new biomes. They can, I don't know, I think just general game updates, and then like have a yearly big update.
Like it could be like a summer update. I know some of the more like Nordic countries. I don't know if Ireland falls into this though. Like I think it's in like July or August. They're like forced to like take a month off of like work and stuff. Because I know Supercell does this, because I think they're based in either Finland, Switzerland, or one of those countries, and they're like forced to take a month off of work. So typically what they do is that they put an update out usually before or just when they come back, and it's like the biggest update of the year for like most Supercell games. Then they got that whole month off to like relax after the big update, or relax before the update, and then go from there.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that's a thing in Ireland.
I don't think it's Ireland. I'm pretty sure it's like Finland.
Not a Nordic country.
No, I know. I wasn't sure if Ireland's even like, I don't know. They got the same rules like Finland and all those ones, but
if anything, it would just be Britain rules.
Yeah, probably. So I guess that's not a thing. Cool.
Yeah, so that's how the updates work. I could also see different abilities getting added, but we're also only thinking about the adventure mode right now. There's
Mhm.
different modes, so they can add like different modding tools. That's huge for the people who want that,
Of
because
course.
obviously the modding tools are going to be amazing at launch, but I guarantee you 3 years later, hey, we still have the same modding tools. There's a lot of things that can be fixed or added
Of course.
to make the modding tools better. So additions to those, or like the model maker, also huge. I know a lot of people are going to be really, really, really in depth about that, and there's just going to be a few things that while testing the original build of the model maker they didn't really think about, but once they have so many people playing on it, they realize, hey, you know what, maybe that decision wasn't that smart, or like, hey, this is like a really big thing that we need or people want or that we forgot. And so stuff to the other portions of the game are also going to be included through the updates. And multiplayer,
Of
obviously,
course. Their server's going to be updated probably
server is
so many
constantly
times.
updating.
Yeah.
And I think I could be wrong about this, but that's going to be a different like update cycle to what the more single player experience is going to be.
Yeah, they'll probably have 2 separate teams, or even like 3 separate teams. One for working on like the creativist part, the adventure mode, and then maybe even working on the multiplayer server.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I'm saying this right now because I'm trying to manifest it. I don't think we're going to have problems with updates, but I know at least at some point within Hytale's longevity, we will have a drought of updates, and we're going to be begging the devs for updates.
I mean, we're doing that now.
It happens with pretty much every game. I think it's unavoidable. I just hope that it doesn't last too long and the devs are receptive. And we know that the devs are able to listen to the community. So I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. So updates won't, hopefully, cross my fingers, be an issue. You should be able to see a lot of new things coming your way even past release.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay in terms of updates like that.
So we got 2 questions from 2 different people that are actually the same question. Insidious and Hugo both ask, when is Hytale releasing?
Oh wow, that's a good question. If I knew, I'd be a millionaire by now, wouldn't I?
Would you?
Oh, I'd sell that information. I'd sell it.
For $1 million?
Oh yeah.
I mean, fuck it, I'll buy it. You know.
See? Point
see
proven
it.
right there.
You made your point.
Yes.
Um,
I think we have talked about this.
I don't know, like 4 months.
Tomorrow, next week, I don't know, yesterday. This could be any time.
There's your answer.
Yeah.
Oh. Moody.
What's Moody saying? What'd he say?
Why does it itch so much?
I don't know, Moody. Why does it itch so much? Go scratch yourself or something. I don't know.
Moody. Come on, man.
Come on, Moody.
Senza asks, why is CanadianFlash so hot?
I don't know. It's a good question, though, Senza.
Stare right into the camera. Give like your best Riz face for the viewers.
I can't do a Riz face.
Do it right now. Do it right now.
Oh no, I'm gonna get Cliff doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, that's gonna get clipped. It's terrible.
I can only see it once the video's live.
Yeah.
So
So you're gonna get rizzed up when watching.
look forward to this.
Yes.
Siva Guardian asks, when did the Burn the Quebecs movement start and how? Do you know this, Chris? Because I do.
I think it's got something to do with chaos.
It does have something to do with chaos, but it also has something to do with TT. So back in 20...
Hey, TT shout out. Let's go.
I think it was 2019. It was created in the Blockshot staff Discord, where, to my knowledge, TT and Chaos, I don't know which one of the 2 started it, so I'm just going to give both of them credit, started just talking about burning Quebecs. And it was only a staff inside joke within Blockshot. And then the fire spread, pun intended.
Literally.
And it kind of built and built and built.
Onto Twitter.
And kind of exploded into the main community meme.
It's so funny.
And so it's actually good that we explained what Blockshot is early in the
yeah, good.
In the podcast, so you guys can get a context.
That was planned.
That is where the Burn the Quebec started. It is from TT and Chaos within the staff Discord of Blockshot back in 2019.
Tell you, the Hytale community does wonders, and TT and Chaos still active to this day, which is great.
I wouldn't say that much about Chaos.
Hey, well, he spoke in the High Circle Discord today.
The only time he comes back is he's like, wow, you guys are still talking about this game, and then he dips for another like a month.
He's got school or whatever he's doing.
I'm back. Yeah, I'm not like attacking him or anything. Yeah. I think he's completely valid to put his mind towards something arguably more important.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I said arguable.
This is why we're gonna overtake the Highcast podcast one day.
We already did. We are the premier Hytale podcast.
Yes, sir.
And I think the last one that we'll do for this episode is going to be from Lynn asking favorite Scarek. This will determine if I like/dislike the podcast, obviously.
Okay, so obviously Quebec Broodmother, probably like an instant dub. You just got to throw that out there before we even talk about any Scareks. But so let me pull up the Scarek concept art. Like you could like rate them, right? Let's do a little rating system of Scareks.
Yeah. Let's rate them all on a scale of 1 to 10. DM it to me so I can see it.
Yes, I will save this and DM it to you. You'd think I'd have these on standby, but like I just know how to find them quickly on Google.
Question. Quebec not Quebec Broodmother, sorry. Scarek Broodmother, smash or pass?
Oh. Smash.
You're thinking about this one.
It's a mother, dude. Is it
Yeah.
It's a woman. Okay.
It is a mother.
So let's start with the youngest.
You were avoiding the question.
I said smash. I said smash.
You said smash? Okay.
Yeah. So let's start with the youngest. I guess we can go with the egg sacs. What are we thinking?
Let's start with the youngest.
What are we thinking? 1 to 10. What are we thinking of Scarek egg sacs?
Oh, we're not doing smash.
Oh no.
Dude, I was so worried for a second. I'm like, what is bro gonna say?
They're not even forward yet. All right, so what are we thinking? From 1 to 10, Scarek egg sacs. They make like a little squishy noise, kind of gross. I'm gonna go with like a 1.
I actually like the egg sacs. I'm gonna give it a 6.
All right, the larva. They kind of just like crawl around. Like I'm gonna say solid like 5.
Cute.
Yeah, they are cute. I'll give it like an 8.
Yeah, I was gonna give it an 8 too.
Yeah. Then now we kind of have different stages of Scarek. So let's go with Worker. Yeah, it looks the youngest. Kind of weird. Got like mandibles or whatever the hell they're called. I give it like a 5.
I think it's like the default Scarek. I was gonna say 5. It's gonna sound like I'm copying you for every single answer now.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
But yeah, I think it's like it's not good. It's not bad. It's just in the middle. It's like
pretty
mid.
Yeah, the locust, sort of, it's the flying one, probably going to be the most annoying thing in Hytale.
I can already see the rage compilations from this thing.
Yeah, I'm going to say 2. I'm going to be honest, like, it seems more like a 2 to me.
Depends on how much damage it does, you know?
I mean, look at its little fangs and stuff, and it looks like it's got, like, a stinger. I don't like that. Like, did you ever play the Ore Spawn mod?
It poisons you. I don't like the idea of fighting a locust.
Yeah,
and for that reason, I'm out.
Like, why is the abdomen green? Like, is it poison?
I don't know. I don't like the locust. It scares me. I feel like that's like what a sleep paralysis demon looks like. I'm gonna give the locust a 2.
Yep, same. All right, warrior. Let's go with the warrior next. That looks like the default Scarek. Solid 9. Looks cool.
I think the warrior looks cool, but we did see that one video animation of the Scarek warrior moving, and it looks kind of goofy. I'm not gonna lie. So for that reason, I'm gonna give it like a 6.5 or a 7.
Okay. Now, my personal favorite, the tank. This is a solid 10.
Baller. Yeah, I think it's 10
like,
too.
Imagine the tank on Tor Ballin. That'd be so cool. Oh, it would go so hard. It'd be ultimate defensive player right there. Okay, I guess we get the last one, the Broodmother.
Broodmother, I think it's another. I think it's a 9.
I think honestly I was going 9.5. Like imagine like you're just trying to fight this thing and it's like rocket launching like egg sacs at you, like just right out of the butt.
Yeah, it's a 9 to 9.5. It's not a 10. It's like missing something.
Yeah, well the Quebec Broodmother's the 10.
It is but like right there.
Like that's kind of gross. Like it's gonna be like a machine gun shooting eggs at you. Like that's kind of annoying and gross. So yeah, I guess That's
So
our
there's the
Scarrick
official
ranking.
Scarrick tier list.
Yeah.
I think Lynn is going to be very happy considering she has a Scarrick tank as her profile picture.
Yep.
So,
Scarrick tank, 10 out of 10.
if
We
you're
love the Scarrick
liking
tank.
this podcast, remember we are on Spotify. So if you do like to listen while you're driving, well, it's kind of too late for that. But for the future reference, we are on Spotify. Just look up Hytale and we pop up. So thank you guys for
Wow.
watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace.